Welcome back to Raspo Farmer, and today's lesson I wanted to show you was how to do a basic hand sewn seam. So I have my 2 pieces of fabric, and I just got some scraps to be able to show you. And I'm going to line them up together. My seam is going to run across here, and I'm just going to put some pins in to hold it steady. Now, standard seam allowance is 5/8 inches. So I have a measuring gauge that tells me how far 5/8 is, or you can eyeball it. So that's about where I want to start my seam. And I have my needle all threaded. Now to lock it in so it doesn't just pull out, I'm going to put my needle down, bring it up, and then I'm going to thread my needle through my thread. Pull that tight, and that has locked in my thread so it can't pull out. Now for a basic rhinestone stitch, all we're going to do is go down and back up. And the tinier the stitches, the better. So you want about like that is a good size. So I'm just going to get a couple on, and then I can pull my thread through. And I got a knot, no big deal, just pull it out. And because I had to pull more to get the knot and the loop out, I puckered this. I just went back and smoothed it over. You want to keep your seam nice and straight. And if you're sewing from a specific pattern and it says 5/8 inch seam allowance, you need to follow that, because if you don't, your garment or whatever you're making will end up too big or too small, or your pattern pieces won't fit together right. So it's very important to follow your seam allowance. And to knot my thread, all I'm going to do is take my needle down and back up about 1 stitch. And we're just going to make a couple of tiny stitches in one spot. And that will lock my thread in. And then just clip it flush, and there we go. That is how to sew a basic rhinestone stitch seam by hand.